So, but it what's something, and here's just kind of a another out there question that I'm curious of that I ask a few people I'm intrigued with. What's something that you got to do because of your mindset? Now the wrestling and the travel and the international and everything, but what's something that maybe people don't know about that you've gotten to do as personal level or different things that by your not being afraid, but being afraid and how you say it, but being willing to go for it. What's something cool, just a cool story that not many people have heard?
I would say this is kind of an interesting one, is actually wrestled in North Korea. Not a typo. Yes, I said North. So very, very few Americans go to North Korea. And so when I got the opportunity, it was like, and keep in mind, there's a lot of questions that go into agreeing to that contract. It was me and a guy named Bob Sapp. We were the only two Americans. There was people from all over other countries, but, over the world. But, we're public enemy number one with them. I guess yeah, so it was kind of one of those things to where my first question is how I know I'm going to get home. And they said, well, we're going to be doing daily associated press releases on what you guys are doing. So if all of a
Okay.
sudden one of you guys disappears, we're going to know real quick. But, I think from the standpoint of when the opportunity came, I was questioned, okay, what is it? Because I'm taking that first step is something I'm comfortable with. So I just needed to understand what it was going to be that was going to keep me, you know, coming home. But then just even to have that opportunity was a whole, that was a series of, pushing into the fear and not listening to people. And, so that's something that, I talk about a little bit here and there, but a lot of times when you say that, if you're not going to stop and talk about it, people just think, oh, the big dummy, he said North Korea, he meant South.